Hi guys, I'll be sharing with you my thoughts as the Nigerian stock market, and we'll be looking at how the market behaved in the month of April 2019. First off, let's take a look at the broad all share index. We're going to have a top-down approach to analyzing the market. So, looking at the NSE All Share Index in the month of April, the index declined by over 6.1%, and also we could also see that the volume was about 8 billion volumes exchanged in the month of April. But the interesting part is it had a decline in value. So the all share index was down in the month of April. Let's also look at other index, the NSE 30, which also follows suit with the all share index, which also declined by 5.8%. The Let's look at the individual sector. The first off, let's look at the banking sector. The banking sector also declined by 5.5%. The consumer goods declined by 5.8%. The industrial good was down by 13%. The NSE insurance was down by 30.7%. Let's look at the oil and gas, which is very much was also declined by 3.4%. So, um, in essence, all the major index were down in the month of April. But interesting to note, let's looking at our all share index, we would see before now the all share index has been trading within a technical rectangular path level uh, for a while, for the past for about 4 months, until we had a break below these rectangular levels. So this is actually a monthly time frame. Let's get down to a daily time frame for us to have a better picture of the trend. Let's look at the weekly time frame. We will notice that from the month of January, from 2018, February 2018, the trend has been on a downtrend for the Nigerian stock market. So in essence, the Nigerian stock market has been in a downtrend, and this is what the market has been balancing for a while, trading within a consolidated range for a while, seeking for a possible resumption in the downtrend, and a trend in motion will likely continue to be in motion. So what we had experienced since 2018 is sharp downtrend, and from July 2018 down to the month of April, the NSE All Share Index has been consolidating within a rectangular range, and always testing a support point, which is a support point which is supposed to be a buying zone. But at this moment, the index is marginally or slightly below this support level of about 29, about 29, 220. So the idea is the all share index may likely resume a downtrend to the next key support point. So we're looking at the next support zones where the NSE All Share Index may likely uh, see so we may see a downtrend in the NSE All Share Index, and this may likely see the All Share Index find support at about the next point of call is the 27,000, may likely be the 27,407 points. So what we likely see in the NSE All Share Index is 27,402.8 points. That's the next support zone. What does this mean for individual equities? It means that we'll see most individual stocks decline, have a decline in their share market value. Um, let's look at some of the big heavyweights that would interest us. In the likes of, let's look at Nestle. Nestle has been trading within an uptrend, and has been, after it had a sharp uptrend, which we saw since 2017, has also been trading within a consolidated range. So for Nestle, it has moved an inverse. It has an inverse relationship to the movement we had seen in the NSE All Share Index. Despite the downtrend in the All Share Index, Nestle has been trading within an important range. Uh, it has been trading within an important range. It has been trading within an important range of 1,613.75 kobo, and which is a resistance, and the support of 1,315.81 kobo. So that has been what we've seen in Nestle. Let's look at Dangote Cement, which is also another heavyweight in the market. So we could also see that Dangote Cement has been trending down in the direction of the in line with the direction in the All Share Index. So Dangote Cement is presently on a down trend in line with the direction we are seeing in the All Share Index. Let's take a look at an interesting movement in Dangote Flour. Mm. So, having drawn my Fibonacci analysis, we had seen Dangote Flour breach key resistance level of 1775. So the question is, where will be the likely resistance where this particular stock may find an alt? Um, this is actually at about 1974. So for Dangote Flour, we would see that the stock has rallied strongly from about 10 naira, which it opened in the month of April, to about 18 naira, which is about 88% appreciation in value. And it doesn't seem to stop. So the upside rally does not seem to stop. But interestingly, we in the last trading day in the month of April, we saw an appreciation in price of Dangote and a spike in volume, which is an extraordinary spike in volume. About 37 million units was traded, as compared to the average of about 9 million that has 8 million, 9 million that has been traded for a while. So this spike in volume technically means an exhaustion point. So in line with the next resistance of 1975 and an exhaustion seen in the relationship between price and volume, so we may likely see an alt in the price of Dangote. Someone asked, there's another rally being seen in FO for Forte. So for the past 4 trading days, we have seen Forte oil appreciate in value, um, from about 20, 24, 25, when you find a support point at 24, 25. So you're seeing a bit of a rally in Forte oil. This is very, very interesting, and it had gained about 11 naira 20 kobo. But this is what to note in technical analysis. An appreciation in price must see a corresponding appreciation in volume, a rise in volume. But in this case, we are seeing Forte oil appreciating rise the price action has been appreciating day in day out for the past 4 trading days, but volume on the average has been declining for the past 4 trading days. This is a negative divergence, so this does not confirm the rally we had seen you've seen in Forte. Let's look at Dangote and see whether that confirms um, our assumption. So we saw a rise in volume, a steady in volume, except for the last this day. So this is an exhaustion point in Dangote flour, while for Ford or this volume does not validate the upside rally. Thank you. In the month of May, we hope to have a better trading sessions, and I hope to also share my trading thought, technical trading thought or insights in the Nigerian stock market. I'll be ready to answer some of your questions. Send me a mail at shino@trendotraders.com, shino@trendotraders.com, and I'll be send me any mail, comment, questions, and I'll be glad to help along and answer along. Thank you.